North Leigh Creek is on the west side of the Tetons, right on the Wyoming-Idaho border. There are several canyons leading into the Tetons, and North Leigh Creek is the northernmost of these. And this is a more technical canyon than the other ones. Most of them are extremely flat. You can cross-country ski in without worrying about going out of control or going up or down hills. North Leigh Creek has a bit of elevation change. In fact, there is 700 vertical feet of elevation along the 6-mile cross-country ski in. So it's actually kind of far in. But the views are amazing on the right side as you look into the canyon. Now, at the end of the road, which is not groomed, but is fairly compact and easy to go, then is a good opportunity to switch into snowshoes and go up this beautiful Tin Cup Trail, which has a bunch of meadows and untouched snow and is absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is where I did a turnaround, but you can keep going if you like. But from this point, you can see a wonderful view of Mount Bard, which is right above us, Beard actually. And if you go a little further up, I imagine you can get a view of the Tetons. I didn't have time for this. All in all, I went 11.6 miles, 1,100 feet of elevation change I burned about 2,000 calories. On the way out, you got to be careful because there are some descents. The run out is long and easy, so you don't have to worry about going out of control. I never felt in danger or anything, but certainly it's going to be out of the comfort zone for some new cross-country skiers. Okay, I'm starting to ski in on North Leigh Creek. The snow conditions are good. It's always so cold in the morning. This is a bit more challenging than Darby Canyon or Teton Canyon. We'll see what the day brings. Well, the track is compact, definitely not rutted, but certainly not groomed. All right, here's the creek crossing, and very soon we're going to get to the first challenge of the day, which is going to be a kind of a steep uphill. So this is the steepest part of the trail, the uphill bit right after crossing the bridge. I remember it being much harder, but maybe I was pushed for time that year and had to really hit it. First sun. Though the sun has risen in the valley probably an hour ago, this is the first time I'm seeing it on the trail. Anticipating this moment, I took off my hat, my heaviest hat, and my gloves, and opened up my jacket and got my sunglasses on because I knew that's like 20 degrees of temperature change. Up on a nice ridge here, and you can see across to the other side, which is very pretty with the snow. My pole got ripped out of my hand. Hee hee. Let's go back and get it. Haha. Another crossing of the river. Looks very frozen. This is pretty much the end of the road where you can bring a car in the summer into the wilderness area. And from here, I expect it to get a little bit dicey. Okay, drop my skis, and now it's time to snowshoe across this frozen river. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. South Leigh Creek is flowing under an inch of ice, perhaps. Okay, here we go. It's a bit not quite as solid as I'd like. Across the frozen river. Woo, that is flowing. Once we cross the river and get to the wilderness area, the whole nature of the hike changes. It is a lot more wild.
There's no snowmobiles or fat bikes or even cars to cause a track, and instead all you have is fresh trail. And you can kind of see the hint of where the trail is in summer from time to time, but it's not super reliable. So navigation is key. You got to make sure you have a track on your phone. On top of a nice little clear area. Boy, the view is beautiful and the snow is untouched. The further out you go, the more pristine it is. And really, the only sign of life I have is this deer whose tracks I've been following for a while. I wasn't sure how deep the snowpack was, but this gives me a pretty good idea. Looks like 2.5 feet. Oh, this is a pleasant little meadow just in the woods here. The snow is untouched and beautiful and glistening. So nice. Oop, I guess I do have a friend. A little squirrel left some tracks. This sign was probably designed for a little bit less snow. Sometimes you just want to know what's this way. Just take a random turn and see where fate takes you. It's kind of fun. A little creek just randomly coming up through the snow from nowhere. It looks like the snow is kind of like this satin sheen. Like I can run my hands across it and it'll be smooth like velvet. I'm just looking for a place for lunch now. A nice spot with a view, which appears to be everywhere. This is my lunch spot, this beautiful meadow on the shelf here, this little ridge overlooking the valley. Not a bad spot, really. Not a bad spot. Okay, did a little loop so I could find a nice spot for lunch, but now I'm back on the trail and it's time to head back. The nice thing is it's all downhill, so it'll go quick and it'll be fun. When I'm going uphill, sometimes I can get a little grumpy. I just get a little tired and, you know, I kind of want to turn around. But man, as soon as you start heading downhill, my mood lightens. I notice everything that's beautiful. It's funny how just a small change in gradient can totally change your disposition. Oh, nice little viewpoint. Unexpected and beautiful. There's a time to be silly and there's a time to be serious. And the backcountry is definitely a time to be serious. Boarding trail, fun trail. Boring trail, fun trail. Kalabunga! Woohoo! 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 Yeah! Oh, this is fun. Yes. See a perfect Christmas tree. All I want to do is bring an ornament and decorate it. Don't let it fool you. That ice is not thick enough for a person. Can you hear the water flowing underneath that? I hope the camera picks up just how cool these ice shavings are on top of the frozen river. It's just like cornflakes except frozen ice. Change out of my snowshoes and into my cross-country skis, and it's time to do the 6-mile ski out. You know, a lot of people just turn around with only skis on, but it's totally worth it to bring your snowshoes. Just a short change and off we go to ski out. Shouldn't take very long, it's mostly downhill. This whole trail just has this great view of the canyon below that just keeps on giving and giving. So this North Leigh Creek trail, so the trail does gain 700 feet in 6 miles, so there is some downhill. Most of it's pretty tame, but I'll let you judge for yourself. This bit is pretty typical, and I'm definitely pushing off. I'm not really feeling any concern about going out of control, but you know, I'm going 10 miles an hour. The snow conditions are kind of fast today, so now I'm going a little bit faster, but there's a good run out. So I don't know what your level of comfort is. This might be a little too quick for you. Definitely something you want to take into account before you attempt to do North Leigh Creek Trail. Even though the ski out is, well, mostly downhill, 700 feet of it, there is a bit of uphill. It's kind of a grind, so you got to make sure you keep a little bit in the tank. Here's one of the descents. It's a little steep, but it's really short, and the run out is fast. Now, like I said, the snow is fast today, so this gives you an idea of just what your maximum speed would be. So not bad, not bad. Okay, here's another one. This one's a lot longer, but not as steep as the previous one. Probably the fastest we're gonna get today. So let's see how it goes. Ooh, a little chunky. So this is the end of the North Leigh Creek Trail, and it's really a great trail for those who want to get away from the crowds. I only saw one couple the whole time, and sure, it could be a little bit more challenging on the downhill part if you're a little inexperienced as a cross-country skier, but the views are absolutely worth it. I highly recommend that you get some snowshoes and go up the Tin Cup Trail to experience that a little bit. It is absolutely worth it. Whew, yep, I'm done for the day.